Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. We are live. Check 1 2. All right. Once again, it's gonna be another banger. This shit not be long. Y'all know how I get down, man. I do not want to take too much of your time today. What's today, man? Today is Thursday, October 22nd. Okay, let's see here, man. We're gonna be doing a lot of political stuff this month, man, because politics needs to be spoken about. We're gonna have to leave the lowbrow, low chakra shit at the door. Well, let me pull back on that a little bit. This might get a little bit low chakra, a little bit lowbrow. You know, I may not be able to contain myself because actually this is the second time I've actually tried to do this particular pre-recorded podcast, and I still have the first version. I was going to totally redo it, but since the original source material that I used has disappeared, I think I'm going to be forced to use the first take of Go on, doggy. I'm sorry, y'all, my dog tripping. Yeah, I'm going to probably going to have to use the first take of the podcast that I did, man. And originally I was going to scrap it because it was very disrespectful. Oh, man. There's a lot of shit talk involved in it, man. And it was just too much for even me. I was like, man, you tripping, man. You know what I mean? You're doing a little too much, Mac. You're doing a little too much. So, I'm going to somewhat do an addendum to the first draft of the podcast that I did. And I'm going to leave it out here. Then if you want to hear me, with my foot on the pedal, pushing on the gas, talking cash shit, that will be in the Patreon. That's going to be in the Patreon. So, there you go. So, what is this joint about, man? What is this podcast about? This podcast is about sucker-ass sideline niggas sitting on the side. Always got something to say about something when they ain't got no skin in the game, ain't done nothing, ain't been nowhere, ain't accomplished shit. But they got so much to say about what the next man doing. I'm sick of this shit. I am sick of this shit. I mean, seriously, man. And I'm talking about Ice Cube being a righteous black man, not sitting on his laurels, not sitting around waiting around like a female ass bitch waiting for the next man to help black America. No, Cube is not going to sit around and wait on shit. He said it himself. There was individuals who asked him, like, where was you a couple years ago? Why you just doing it now? And he basically stated, hey, man, I was living my life. I was being a rapper, an entertainer. I was acting. I was doing what I do. And I sat around and I waited for folks to come up with a plan, to come up with an agenda. And guess what? Our so-called intellectuals and our political elites ain't do shit. So he said, I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to do something, man. You know what I mean? So, is that not commendable? Can we not give this brother props for being a man and saying, I'm not waiting no more. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to handle this business, man. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, so be it. You know, that's your issue. That's your problem, man. But, bruh, from what I have seen online, man, especially some of these YouTube niggas, and this And this is why I had to kind of like scrap the first rendition of this podcast, because I talked way too much shit about this individual right here that I'm about to speak on. You know, and like I said, I want to keep it mature, so I may only take a couple of shots at him, just like ad hominem attacks. But come on, dog. You know, who is this individual? This individual, y'all know who he is. Me and my brother from another mother, man, Tony Maceo. You know, we had to low key go in on him a little bit. Like, I don't know, has it been a couple years? Been a while. Yeah, we did the Flat Top Diaries. Do y'all remember the Flat Top Diaries? Who here on YouTube rocks a flat top with a receding hairline? Who is that? Come on, put your thinking caps on. My mom and dad said not to wear the hat in the house. We talking about Sean James, man. That's what we talking about. We talking about Sean James. Sean James, in his infinite wisdom, basically came out talking shit about Cube, about what Cube needs to do, what he should do, what he shouldn't do. You know, I'm thinking, shout out to C Boogie on this. The nerve of this nigga right here, man. Really, you gonna sit there and tell Ice Cube what he should be doing and how he should be doing it? All of a sudden, you a pro at this shit, Sean James, huh? Well, we waiting to see your agenda. We waiting to see your plan. And once again, I would like to give you a blow-by-blow account of what Sean said, but those videos have disappeared. Maybe he wisened up. Maybe he's seen how stupid his talking points were. Maybe it just came to him, you know, like, I don't know, he had an epiphany, was like, oh shit, I was dead wrong. And if that be the case, my humble apologies. But that video was no longer up, so I cannot give you a blow-by-blow account of the foolishness that came out this nigga's mouth. Because all he had on his mind was Donald Trump. That's all he had on his mind. Donald Trump, platinum plan. Donald Trump, platinum plan. We should not be following the agendas that the white man gives us. Donald Trump, platinum plan. They're just totally not even considering the fact that Ice Cube is not presenting the platinum plan. Ice Cube is presenting his own agenda, his own so-called plan. It's called the Contract with Black America. That is what Ice Cube is doing. That is what he is speaking on. That is what he wants to have a partnership with the Trump administration or the Biden administration, whoever wants to work with him. But yeah, I mean, he was just stuck on this. Ice Cube did not consult Black America. Like, what is there to consult, bruh? You ain't got to be a super genius to understand this shit, man. You don't have to be Stephen Hawking to understand what ails America. You don't have to have a poll or a questionnaire sent out to every black home to understand that we need money. We need to be educated in politics, economics. We need a decent education system. I mean, it's no brainers. 2 + 2 = 4. Who needs to be consulted on shit like that? And of course, we need things such as prison reform. And especially when we're dealing with quote unquote crime, how that's disseminated. Right. Excuse me, not how crime is disseminated, but how justice is disseminated equally and fairly under the law amongst all Americans. I mean, really, we need to be sitting around with our thumbs up our ass trying to figure this out. Trying to take a questionnaire, a poll for this shit. You keep saying shit like, we need to do this as a collective. No shit, nigga. But hey, it all starts with a thought. It all starts with a spark. It all starts with one man, one individual to make the move. Fucking with you niggas, the move will never be made. because you want shit to be a collective. Well, look. How about we take baby steps first? How about we take 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and then, once the so-called collective sees that we're making some headway, that we're making some sort of movement here, maybe they'll jump on board. But nah, Sean James is I couldn't believe the shit that was coming out this nigga's mouth. Once again, I give you a blow-by-blow account of what he was saying with that video that he had posted, which now does not exist. Don't know where it is. But yeah, he what he reminds me of, man, is in this game, cats just don't get it. When I first started doing the porn game, of course, the females, they middle of the road, if not substandard, subpar, but it's hood porn. It's ghetto shit. It's ghetto nasty. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I was aiming for. It was a genre. It was a type or style of porn that was not very well known and not very popular when I first started it. Keep in mind, I started it back in 2002, 2003, man. And you would get these whack ass niggas on here. And keep in mind, maybe like 10 years down the road, I've been in the game like shit, man. Like I'm still in the game. I'm still making money off that shit, man. But you would get these nothing ass niggas talking shit about my hustle, talking shit about my brand, talking shit about the broads, man. You know what I mean? Man, them bitches is busted. Them bitches ain't shit. Shit, I can get, they're telling me what they can do, how they can get bitches, and how they can do 10 times better than I can. And what nigga, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? Put your money where your mouth is. Let me see what you got, man. You know what I mean? But no, they would never show or improve. They would never show they work. They just always running their goddamn mouth, man. That's all they would do. Just run their goddamn mouth. Sitting on the sidelines talking shit while the next man is actually being proactive and actually got skin in the game, actually doing something. Actually sees something that needs to get done, and he's remedying that. Yeah. Yeah, niggas see me. So what, nigga? You got all them bitches with them tattoos. Shit. Anybody could get a hood bitch get a tattoo. Oh, really? Well, where's yours at? Let me see. Let me see your hood bitches with your tats. Let me see that shit. What? Crickets, nigga? Crickets? Oh, okay. This is the kind of shit you dealing with. You dealing with a bunch of nothing ass niggas that ain't got shit to do. Bunch of got too much time on their hands. And all they want to do is just talk shit about the next man that's being proactive and that's actually trying to make some shake or make some pop, man. Man, you can't do that with black folk, man. Can't do that shit with black folk. No sirree, Bob. No, you can't. So yeah, man, I know this sort of mentality. I know this sort of thought process well. I've been swarmed and swamped with it ever since I've been in the hustle, ever since I've been in the game. The sideline nigga is just the most irritating nigga, man. Stop being a sideline nigga. Stop hustling backwards by talking shit about the next man who ain't sitting around waiting on anybody to hand him anything. Yeah. Once again, not going into the specifics of what he was talking about. That would be in the Patreon, but for the most part, all you have to really know and understand is that he was talking greasy about Cube, telling Cube what Cube should do, how he should do it. Who does Cube think he is? How Cube is off code. And I'm thinking to myself, this nigga right here, he's scared to come out the house. This nigga right here, he gonna give Cube advice on how to be an entrepreneur, how to be a businessman, how to close the deal. But this nigga, he don't want to come out the house, and he's scared to talk to broads, nigga. What anybody look like taking advice from this dude, man? Come on, man. Come on, son. Man, chill with that shit. So, the first rendition of me speaking on this topic, I'm going to post it up in my Patreon in the next 24 hours, man. I have to edit it, because there's some things that was just unnecessarily cruel that I said on it. So I need to remedy some of that stuff, man. But on this one right here, I did do a lot of sanitizing on this one. I sanitized it, so made it a little bit more palatable for my crew to listen to, because most of my crew, believe it or not, and I know that most of y'all probably don't believe it, are very cerebral, intelligent cats, and they're not here for the nonsense, man. They're not here for the bullshit and shenanigans of just YouTube beefing and shit. And I'm not on that YouTube beef shit either, man. But look, whenever these dudes come out the woodwork, man, and start talking shit about cats that's actually doing something, cats that's actually proactive, cats that actually care and really want to make a difference, we can't let these niggas, man, just get off scot-free, man. We gotta let them know, look, man, you talking all this off code shit, nigga. I mean, really, look in the mirror. I mean, who's really off code here? I mean, how much investigations did you do, or how much due diligence did you do before you started running your mouth condemning a brother? You know what I mean? You shouldn't have said shit, even if you did disagree with the shit. You sitting up there talking about, the collective needs to be involved. Well, how we gonna have a collective of brothers and sisters doing shit with niggas like you around? How's that gonna happen? How's that work? You got a collective of just sucker ass niggas. You can't have a collective of cats trying to move towards a common goal when they on some sucker ass shit just like you. Trying to tell motherfuckers, and how you should do it and when you should do it and why you shouldn't be the person to do it. And like, really? Really, bruh? Nah, man. Fuck out of here, man. So hopefully he came to his senses, because like I said, I don't see that video up. He took that shit down. But you can hear some of that shit. Some fair use shit, man, up in my Patreon, where I critique it. And man, I don't know what's up with these niggas, man. Beware of the sideline sucker ass nigga. Always got something to say when he ain't been nowhere, ain't did nothing, ain't started up no businesses. And I'm talking about businesses in which he employs folks, where he basically signs checks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Boy. Well, anyway, this is Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct. Max City Limits Radio Show, MaxCity.com. Be on the lookout for the first draft of me grilling homeboy. It had to be done. We're not gonna tolerate this shit no more. We're not gonna tolerate none of you niggas, man, coming against crew that's putting in work. Not gonna let it happen, man. You ain't gotta like Trump. You ain't gotta like Biden. You ain't gotta like nobody, man. But you gotta respect the hustle. You gotta respect the game. And you will respect a brother's attempt to resurrect the crew, to resurrect the race. And all that female ass whining, bitching, crying, and complaining, and no, we're not gonna do it, man. Not gonna do it. Once again, that's why I fucks with Trump. You know, there's very little room for female bullshit, man. Female energy, man. These niggas around here, man, they stuck on that female energy, man. We do manhood shit around here. We see an issue, we see a problem. Fuck, we solve it. We're not sitting around waiting on the intellectual elites, the political elites, the boule. We're not waiting on none of that shit. We're like, hey, no one's stepping up to the plate to solve the problem. Okay, look like I gotta swing into action to make this pop. But listening to niggas like Sean James, it ain't never gonna pop. It ain't never gonna happen. Anyway, I'm getting long-winded, man. Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL. Yeah, come fuck with me, man, on my Patreon, man. Rendition number 1 will be up and running in the next 24 hours. If I can stomach it. If I can stomach it, man. Yeah. Flat Top Diaries 3 coming at you. I'm out.